Me, this is Justin. Thanks for watching my content. I'm at Newcastle Reservoir again. I know that's a big shocker for you. Sometimes I latch onto a lake until I feel really confident with it, but it's a fun lake to fish. Today I am hiking, wading, and fishing. Early morning, the sun just rising in the east over the hills. What a beautiful day in southern Utah. Like 5:30 a.m. Unfortunately, I worked real hard to get there early and the fish were not biting early. I did manage a couple of dinks on the northwest side of the lake. So I start the hike to climb to the north side, and I fall on my butt. It's actually quite a little bit challenging to get over those hills there. But let me tell you, when you get to the top, the view is worth it. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. That's worth the price of admission right there. But I still have some fishing to do. So I keep working my way east along the ridge, taking a few breaks along the way, making sure to watch out for rattlesnakes, although I've never seen one there. A little narrow through here with the rocks and the shrubberies. Carrying a backpack and a fishing rod. Like I said in a previous video, the reason I did this is because I was anticipating a strong south wind that would keep me off the lake in my kayak. I ended up being wrong. Well, I didn't end up being wrong. The meteorologist ended up being wrong. The wind came, but it wasn't as strong as they anticipated. I could have taken my kayak out. So a few more feet and I will re-engage with fishing. Just a last little climb here. This is a nice little shallow bay to the front and to the left. And this is where I catch my biggest fish of the day. In fact, my biggest smallmouth bass I've ever caught at this lake and in the southwest, period. At this point, I had downsized to a smaller lipless crankbait, imitating one of those golden shiners that dwell there in Newcastle. And I was hoping that the bait fish, the whole food chain, would be on the north side. I wasn't anticipating it being this glassy. And yet, I hooked into this monster female bass. Smallmouth, strong fighters, gorgeous fish. She would have pulled me around in the kayak, but honestly, I don't know that I would have fished that shallow had I been in my kayak. So the hike was worth it just for this fish alone. And that's rewarding. I think I hooked this fish in less than 2 feet of water, maybe 18 inches. It's a really shallow bay. Of course, with the low water, it's even more shallow. There's some grass in there, and she had a big belly on her. I'm sure she was nesting. I wasn't targeting nesting fish. This was accidental, if you will, but I don't feel bad about it. This is a trophy fish in my book. This is a trophy fish. Just a gorgeous, fat smallmouth. Splashing water all over me. There she is. Look at that color. Wash her off for a little bit there. nice big belly. So, because she's a spawning fish, I was going to take her picture real quick and release her back into the water. I think because of the rising water temperature and probably some oxygen deprivation, I needed to revive her a little bit. Watch how she backs up here. This is so cool. That's right. See you later, sweetheart. Thanks for playing. By the way, here's another fish, smaller fish. This is what a lot of fish in this lake feed on, the golden shiners, especially the wipers. So if you want to fish for wipers with lures, think about something that looks like this. I'm sure the smallmouth eat them too. Here's that fly hatch I was talking about the other day. Look at all these flies buzzing around. And the golden shiners and the blue sunfish were eating on them. Here's what it looks like underneath the water. Kind of silty. There were some shiners swimming off in the murk, but you can't see them. So I didn't spend too much time looking at it. Here's the second decent fish of the day, and it was a rainbow trout. And I was a little bit surprised because the water's warming up. I would figure they would be way deep and seldom eating, but they were pretty active, maybe because of that fly hatch. But I didn't get too many. I got a few follows and only 1 or 2 strikes. This is one of them. Not a huge rainbow, 13 inches or so. It was a fun fish to catch though. A lot more rewarding than all those dinks smallmouth. So there you go. The trout are still active even in June. I don't know how the power bait guys are doing. I imagine probably a little bit better than I was with lures. About 6 weeks ago or more, I was slamming them on lures. But now they're a little bit more shy, cautious, probably eating primarily on bugs. Beautiful fish, nice slow release. See you later, buddy. So what did I learn from this trip as you watch just the last few moments of fishing and hiking here? I learned I'm not as young as I think. I overextended myself a little bit, hiking, getting up early and staying later in the afternoon and hiking up and down that ridge. I was pretty tired, honestly. It took me a day to recover, but that's part of the adventure. I learned the meteorologists don't always get it right, and you have to make adjustments, and that's okay. Who would have known that the fly hatch would have been the cause of the food chain being active on the north side of the lake instead of the wind? But it was. The more I fish this lake, even on slow days, the more I love it. Of course, 2 of my favorite fish are smallmouth bass and hybrid bass, so I can't go wrong. And trout are pretty fun to catch too. Look at that view though. Like I said, I'm not a big hiker, but that was worth the journey. That was worth the adventure. I fished another hour and a half or so at the bottom of this ridge on the northwest side, even on the dam a little bit, but there's nothing really worth watching. A couple more dinks. I did catch a beautiful sunfish you'll see here in a few moments, but nothing to report about. I don't know how a tail light can get way far up on the top of that ridge, but it did. You know, it's kind of funny. I might get in trouble for saying this, but Utah is known for the Latter-day Saints. And for a religious group of people who are not supposed to drink alcohol or caffeine, or probably not even litter, this lake is littered with trash. It's really pretty shameful. And they're probably not Mormons, but just lots of beer cans and lots of energy drink cans. So they're either LDS, not following the rules, or they're not LDS. But anyway, I just think that's funny. You can slam me in the comments. Okay, so as I pull in this pretty little sunny, thanks for watching my video. I hope you were inspired, educated a little bit, or at least entertained. Till next time, keep watching my content. As always, if you're interested in any products, they're in the description below. Take care, guys.